Hey everyone, this is Sleakozzy here and welcome back guys to the video. Today I'm going to be discussing free V-Bucks in Fortnite Battle Royale. If you guys are hyped for this video, please do show support by leaving a like on it, and if you're new here, then subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all the new amazing Fortnite content that I'm going to be bringing your way. So, free Fortnite V-Bucks. It's already in the game, it's already implemented in some fashion through the game Save the World. That is the PvE side of Fortnite. It's about $35 or £35 to buy it, and through that, by completing missions and doing challenges, etc., you can get your hands on a little bit of V-Bucks that you can spend in Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, in terms of Fortnite Battle Royale, there is some information backing this up, which I'll get on, I'll get onto a little bit later in the video. But first, I want to discuss the idea of free V-Bucks being introduced into Fortnite Battle Royale, because the game itself is free. You know, Fortnite Battle Royale, you don't have to pay a penny for it like PUBG. It's like £26. It's completely free, and you can get into it, and you can obviously buy V-Bucks for cosmetics and, you know, like gliders and skins and emotes and stuff, and that's amazing. But what would happen if they was to implement a system where you could earn yourself free V-Bucks in? I think this would be an amazing addition to the game. And I would think that, like, for, you know, every single game that you win, because obviously winning is a massive thing in Fortnite. People love winning. It's a good feeling to win. So for each win that you get your hands on 10 V-Bucks. It's 10 V-Bucks per win. It's nothing, you know, too massive. But as you rack up the wins, you know, loads of people get wins on a day-to-day basis. There's actually a duo team, I think, that surpassed the amount of wins that Ninja got in duos consecutively, which was 25 wins in a row. So that in itself would be 250 V-Bucks in itself. And, you know, getting 25 wins on, you know, by yourself off your own back to start off with is a monumental task if you're not amazing at the game. But getting 25 wins in a row is definitely an amazing feat. I think, like, me on solos, I've got like 2 or 3 wins. Duos, I've got 2 or 3 wins. Then I got the most wins in squads because I get carried. I'm not going to beat around the bush. But to be fair, I am improving. I got a win yesterday. I didn't record it, so take my word for it, please. So, yeah, getting 10 V-Bucks for every single win, I think, would be a good way to incentivize people to play the game and improve and get better. Because let's say, for example, a new skin comes out, you have 1,900 V-Bucks, and you don't want to spend any more money, and you don't want to have to fork out another £10 just to get your hands on those extra V-Bucks, and a new legendary skin comes out. Let's say, for example, you wanted to get the Battle Hound, and you got 1,900 V-Bucks, and you needed that just a little tiny bit more in order to get it. If they implemented this thing where you get 10 V-Bucks per win, get 10 wins over the course of the 3 days that it'll be in the shop, and you get it. And I think that'll be a good way for people to stick to the game, to be on it, to get wins, to be competitive, to, you know, be angry at themselves for losing, because there's a potential 10 V-Bucks that they could win. As I said, it's nothing too massive, but it's better than nothing, and it racks up over time. For example, the amount of wins that Ninja has so far since he started playing the game racks up to about 700 or nearly 800 solo wins, I believe. I think that's it anyway. It could be duos, it could be squads. But for getting, you know, let's say 800 solo wins for 10 V-Bucks, that's 8,000 V-Bucks. That's like £50, £60 maybe, to fork over that much cash to get that many V-Bucks. But to be fair, the guy is a god at the game. He's amazing. So for, you know, for an average player that has like 10 or 20 wins, that's like an extra 100 to 200 V-Bucks. It's nothing too massive. But then again, it is, you know, something at the end of the day. And they could implement a system where for every milestone that you reach, you get like a certain amount of V-Bucks extra. So let's say, you know, if you reach 10 wins or 25 wins, you get 50 V-Bucks for reaching that milestone. And then you get 50 wins, you get another 50 V-Bucks, and then getting 75, and then 100 wins. And they could implement a system of where you get, you know, some special reward for reaching those milestones, to say, look, I've got this many wins, this is how good I am at the game, look at all my wins. And maybe it's like an upgrade system. Like, say, for example, it's a skin and a pickaxe that match, and then for every milestone that you reach, it upgrades. Like, it gets more armor, it gets more gilded, it gets more colourful, it gets more flashy as it goes up. That's just a little side note that I had, which I think would be pretty cool. And then it would force people to be more competitive in their gameplay, because I want to get these 10 V-Bucks. I want to reach my next milestone. I'm 2 wins off of getting 25 wins, which will be 50 V-Bucks, which I need to get this emote or whatever. It would just make the entire game more competitive, and I guess that's a good and a bad thing, because people don't really like competitiveness. They just want to, you know, walk in and win. But then again, everyone's trying to get the same thing. They're trying to get that W, so I guess it's a good addition if they were to implement it. Now, Moving on to other games that do this type of thing. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have heard of this game. If you haven't, I'll try to explain it. It's a MOBA called Smite. It's basically like a third-person MOBA, kind of like League of Legends in a way, and they do things where they have their premium currency called gems. It's essentially V-Bucks. Gems and V-Bucks are interchangeable. They're essentially the same thing, and they're used in Smite to purchase skins and emotes and profile pictures and all this other stuff, like cosmetics in the game, because, you know, like Fortnite Battle Royale, Smite is free, so they're on a free-to-play model. So them introducing cosmetics into the game is a good idea to keep the game afloat. You know, they do events every now and again that, for every win that you get 10 gems. Or, if you get 3 wins in a row in a day, you get 100 gems. They could do something like that in Fortnite, where they have events on, like, special events, either for, like, Christmas or Easter, or, Valentine's Day or Halloween. Milestones throughout the year, like, celebrated events. Or maybe if they introduce a new weekly update, they have, like, an event every week where if you get, 3 wins on that day, you get yourself 25 V-Bucks or 50 V-Bucks. Obviously they don't have to do it that regularly, but introducing something like that, like an event where it's like, breaking news, if you get 5 wins over, 5 solo wins over the weekend, you get your hands on 50 V-Bucks. Obviously, they might have to tone it down for squads, because obviously it's you and 3 other people. You might not even do anything for the entire match, and your squad can do everything for you, and you'd still get the V-Bucks. Maybe it's split. So maybe in solos and duos, it's 10 V-Bucks, but for squads, it's like 7 or 5. Let's just say 5 to round it off. It's 5 V-Bucks for squads because there's 4 of you. It might not be. You might not even do that well. You might get 2 kills. The guy that's doing the most might get like 11 kills. So making it, I think that's just a way to make it fair amongst them. Or that might sway people to do more duos and solos, and they won't want to do squads because you get less V-Bucks. It's something to consider, and I think it should be like, because at the moment Fortnite doesn't really need that kind of drive to get people onto the game, because the game is already massively popular as it is. It's on the top charts of Twitch. It's broken records on PC and console and mobile, with that being recently released. And, it doesn't really need that type of thing to keep it afloat, but I think it would be a nice event to get people on the game more often and to get them caring about wins, because people are like, oh, I lost, oh, well. It should be like, oh, I lost, I didn't want to lose, and it will force them to analyse their gameplay more, to improve, to build better, to get more accurate, to learn where the chest locations are, to learn how to deal with more awkward situations. It would make the player base who care about winning and want to get these V-Bucks better at the game over time. It's kind of like a similar thing now with this limited time mode that we have, Blitz, where the game mode is a lot faster, it's more fast paced, you have to build more, there's loads of squads, all the loot's everywhere, there's more loot, so everything is more hectic, which, improves your accuracy and your building and, your concentration under, pressured situations. I think introducing V-Bucks for every single win, like 10 V-Bucks per win, could be a nice way to kind of slowly introduce this, because if that was in the game, I would feel so bad about myself for getting into a top 3 situation knowing that I missed out on some free V-Bucks. As I said, it's not much, it's 10, to get 100, you'd have to get 10 wins. And you can get that by doing challenges in the battle pass and leveling up, and you get 100 V-Bucks. But then again, it's something. It's like sprinkling a little bit of sugar on the cake. It just adds a little bit to it, if you know what I mean. So I think it'd be a good addition. Now, speaking of which, the reason why I'm doing this video is I can't exactly find the source of where this was said. I've heard loads of people talking about it and they've told me about it, but I couldn't find it myself. I've scoured the internet to try and find the video, to try and find the post, and I couldn't find it. If you guys can find it, please let me know in the comments down below. But I think it was Ninja was playing with some Epic employees, and I think the Epic employee asked Ninja what he would think about every win getting 10 V-Bucks in Fortnite Battle Royale, introducing something, a system like I've talked about in this video. What would they think about introducing a system where every win would equate to 10 V-Bucks? That's what Epic employees said. Now, as I said, I've heard about it. I haven't got the video proof. If you guys can find it, please do let me know. But if that is the concrete truth and that is what he said, I will try and find it. For the love of God, I'm going to try and find that, because that is a massive thing. So if that is like by that sentence, it seems as if they've got that in the works and they want to get Ninja's opinion on it, because Ninja is one of the best players at the game right now. He's got, some of the, I don't think he has the most wins, but he's definitely up there in terms of like matches won. So I think they were kind of running that by Ninja to get his, get his 2 cents on the topic. So, Epic could, definitely be looking into this topic and definitely be trying to look at a way to implement this into Battle Royale. If they do, I would be so overjoyed. Now, people might complain that, oh, it's ruined Battle Royale, no one's going to buy cosmetics anymore. Of course people are going to buy cosmetics, because if you wanted to buy that 2000 V-Buck Battlehound skin and you have no wins, what are you going to have to do? Oh yeah, get 200 wins. Do you think you're going to get that in a 3-day period? Don't think so. Unless you're a god that plays it and doesn't sleep, then you're not going to get that. So people still buying cosmetics, it's still going to be a thing, but it's kind of like an incentive put in place for people to win. And obviously an extra, a little bit of V-Bucks to get you that little boost, that you need. If you have 700 V-Bucks and the emote that you want's 800, get 10 wins, get 5 or 10 wins and you can buy it. That type of thing. It's a little incentive to get people to work harder and play better to get those wins, because there's there's essentially free money at the end of the road. It's like, oh, I would normally have to pay for this currency, but if I work a little bit harder and I analyze my strategies and my gameplay, I can get it. I can obtain this, and it would improve the people that care about it over time, which I think is a really cool idea. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. I'd love to get your opinions on this topic. I think it would be an amazing idea, but then again, everyone has their own opinions, and that's why I want to know yours. Let me know what you think, and if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, please do leave a like if you enjoyed today's video. And with that, my name has been Sleakozzy. You guys have been amazing, and I will see each and every one of you in my next video. Goodbye, guys.